Hello, hello, this is Johnny Cycles of CyclesGaming.com bringing you another edition of Keep You Modern Janky. Well, we're going to mulligan. We've been pretty unlucky on the mulligans the last couple games. Let's see, we need to draw a land in order to cast a turn 2 pillage, but otherwise, oh man, another Eldrazi deck. Alright, so we just played Eldrazi and destroyed them in game 1. They got stuck a torpor orb in game 2 that worked well with what was in our hand, which is a bunch of dragons, and so they were able to claw out of their early land destruction and find an Ugin. And then game 3 we were off to a great start, and then just the way this deck does and why I put Bitter Reunion in the deck is sometimes you just dirtle, and we dirtled. So at least we hit a land. And we just gave them too much time. They had multiple Kozilek's commands to make scions to help 1 and 2 land most of the game. Come on. And then after that, it was kind of just inevitable. They got to their Ugin. But yeah, Kozilek's command is a good card for them because it gives them a way to have one turn that they can resolve something big. And a lot of times that's all you need. It's just the one turn. Ancient Stirrings. Looking for a land. We only have one land destruction spell, so we could really use another. Or a dragon. We kept the land light hand, so we kind of need it all right now. And the way that the land destruction works is we're definitely like we need to tempo, right? We need to be able to turn 2 land destruction, turn 3 land destruction to keep our opponent off of clawing out of it. And if we take a whole turn off, a lot of times that's just enough for them to find their way out. Okay, but we did find Bitter Union, so they must have some basics. We did find another land. It's a tap land. So next turn, and this Bitter Union should help us. We can pitch the Bitter Union, or pitch the Lightning Bolt to Bitter Union and draw 2 more and hopefully find some more land destruction. Or just get lucky and draw 1. Obsidian Charmaw would be great. Although it's not. Oh, this is definitely the through the breach deck then. Stone Rain. Perfect. Right on time. Obsidian Charmaw. We'll keep that because there's a good chance they'll play a land that is colorless. And if they don't, we can still strike it rich and Bitter Reunion to dig into more stuff. They're gonna have they're gonna have basics. That's Magmatic, Hellkite. City and Charmaw don't care. That just destroys your land. Opponents, games 2 and 3, they know what we're up against, so they either keep different 7s, look for different things. Perfect. Obsidian Charmaw will come down, and we'll keep the party going. Still have 3 mana. That ain't nothing. So this is the main reason to play this deck, is having legit finishers is part of your land destruction plan. So we kind of, now we see the deck working the way it's supposed to. Turn 2 land destruction, turn 3 land destruction, turn 4 land destruction on the back of a body that can now put a clock on our opponent, plus a way to refill our hand to find either more dragons or more land, and all dragons are land destruction for us, but more dragons and more action in general. Land destruction or dragons. Alright, they keep making their land drops. It's incredible how often the opponents can still make land drops with these Eldrazi decks. So we're going to Bitter Reunion. Pitching this Lightning Bolt. Finding a Lightning Bolt. Is there a way to cast the Charmaw? They only have 1 land. The cut says it's going to be a 4 mana spell. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is no. So they get 1 turn reprieve from the land destruction. Is it going to be enough? Next turn, we can blow up a land, set up our draw, blow up a land, give it haste, attack for 9, theoretically 8 or 9. Ghost Quarter. They have their own Ghost Quarter. Very nice. They're into land destruction as well. But they don't want to do that. They're already so far behind that they're not going to want to blow up their own land just to get rid of one of ours. Man, this is a... What were that? Exile target creature with mana value XLS. Yeah, this is... The Kozilek's command is the bane of our existence in the sense that it... it's a way that they can... Like I've said earlier, it's a way they can have one big turn, and that's often all they need. That was good, though. Pillage is good. So we're not going to be able to pillage because they got rid of our mana dork. And they scoop it up. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of hand that we need to win, and when we find lands in those places of those dragons or land destruction, then we tend to lose. And that's what's happened in our games that we've lost. Take out a Strike It Rich. Take out the Lightning Bolts. They can't take out the Scion tokens, but they just don't seem to... That's just not... I don't think that's where we want to be at. Do we bring in Glorybringers? Let's try the Glorybringers. As the way to just give us a little bit more of a late game push. One Bitter Union maybe. Alright, we're running like that. That gives us a little bit, some live draws in the late game to take out a Ugin, for instance, although it's really hard. This is not a turn to land destruction, so we're going to mulligan. Okay, this is also not a turn 2 land destruction, but we might draw something. And we have this Force of Vigor, so we theoretically might get there. What do we want to put on the bottom? We need the Utopia Sprawl to do the Force of Vigor. Alright, well, they went to 6, we went to 6. Let's hope for an untapped land. Untapped forest, please. Fetch land would be ideal. Has our luck changed again? That's what it has been. It has changed. It's been really hard for us to find sometimes to find our lands. And now we're a whole turn off. Honestly, like if they run out an artifact and that's it, then I'm going to say we could just Force a Vigor that and just call it good, but okay, homie. I mean, you got us. You're playing it. We're playing slow. Maybe that's okay to play a little slower when after sideboard when they know what to expect. They got the 4 mana. Do they have like a well, anything to do with it, basically? I think we want a Hellkite here if we can. unless they tap out. At which point we'll probably go for the Utopia. Well, I don't know what we're going to do actually. So in a Microcosm, yeah, go get a land. It's another one of the, just, yeah, it's really good for our opponent. And that's not a bad draw though, since we can. So we can go ahead and destroy something, or we can and then also Arbor Elf. I think we're going to Hellkite. Hold up Force of Vigor Arbor Elf for their turn in case they go artifacts for some reason. Although Arbor Elf would have, well, we can still, I'm going to say Arbor Elf would have allowed us to do double land destruction next turn, which might be worth it. Do they have another basic? They have another basic. Can we keep them off of manas? Apparently not. Do they have something to exile? Now they're going to exile one of our lands, which is going to make us sad because now we need another land to have a chance. So now they're on the kill our land plan. So we need a red source if we're going to have a chance. And hopefully we won't get max punished the way we seem to get punished with this deck in land. And I think they have the stronger late game. So if we just sit back and block, they're going to eventually play lands and cast Ugin. Okay, well, I mean, that is something. It does not. Both of our land destruction spells happen to be double red. However, it's possible that our opponent is out of. We could just go ahead and get the green and just be real greedy. And then have Arbor Elf mana to cast. How greedy are we? We are greedy. They have another forest. So they have 6 mana. Do they have an Ugin? I mean, an Ugin, I think we have to scoop it up. 7 mana, gaining life. Boo and hiss. And if they hate on our land again, I'll be very sad. That's our game, man. That's our game plan, not yours. You're not allowed to hate on our lands. Do they have it all in their Kozak's command? Sacrifice. X is 6. Nice. What are they going to go get? Devourer of Destiny. Get rid of our dragon. Do they have the mana to also Devourer of Destiny? Oh, Trinisphere. It is for 6. Alright, Trinisphere, and I think now we're in trouble. We need another dragon, and even then, I think Cavern is awkward. Awkward. So they still are going to end up having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I just don't think we can come back. I mean, we're fighting the fight, but they're going to cast this Devour, and then they're going to kill us. Oh, yeah, I think it's over. And we're good at getting game ones against some of these people. Oh, they're just going to Malevolent Rumble, show off a little bit, try to find something more fun to do than Devour of Destiny. Or they can do that and Devour of Destiny this turn, I suppose. Or that and Emrakul. They might be able to do an Emrakul. They also just have us dead, right? They have us dead on the 3-turn clock. They have us beat in a lot of ways right now. 1 card on top, how nice. Good for them. So I feel like our opponent either flexing or not taking the most optimum line there. I think the Devour of Destinies they could have cast, taken out something and put us on a super fast clock, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think either way they're going to get there. In fact, I don't even know if I want to show them the pillage. They may have already seen it, but we'll just concede. Alright, well, sometimes that happens. I don't know if we want to do anything different, to be honest. Just try not to mull to 6, try to have a better be on the play, start blowing up lands, turns 2, 3, 4. I would like to play first, yes. Give me a good hand. Turn 1 mana dork is not... we got a mulligan. I mean, I think you just always got a mulligan. Okay, this is good. We'll keep this. We have 1, 2, 3 kill spells and a Force of Vigor. Opponent's keeping 7. They have a Ghost Quarter. If they Ghost Quarter us, whew, I'm going to be so sad. So sad. This could be a turn 3 Obsidian Charmaw. Except we're going to be blowing... This is a bit of a nombo, right? We're going to just be blowing up their lands for days. That's going to keep us from casting our Obsidian Charmaw, but I think it's still better than the Force of Vigor. Oh, man. We don't care what land you play. Just play a land. No, let me be more specific. We do care what land you play. We don't want you to play a fetch. But hey, they fetched and cracked. Alright, Utopia's probably great for us. Good. Even better. There's nothing like taking out your opponent's Utopia Sprawl. Hopefully they don't have a Force of Vigor that then they ruin our fun on our turn. Opponent's playing a lot of basics. The other opponent who did win the match against us, unfortunately, Eldrazi opponent, only had the 1 forest. So then these Field of Ruins became just straight up wastelands. It was amazing. We could use another land, but another land would be good just to keep us moving in that direction and being able to do Obsidian Char. Oh, they do have it. Now we definitely want another land. Now we definitely want another land. And right on, I just had a feeling it was going to be Glorybringer. I was just like, right on time, it's going to be Glorybringer. Okay, well, opponent is beating us at our own game right now. They have the land destruction, not us. Thought not you. Trinisphere. Give us a land. Untapped red source, please, deck. Untapped red source. Or another Field of Ruin. I mean, that does get us to a red source and answer the temple. Man, we're doing our land destruction super slow. Trinisphere just is not that good against us. I don't think our opponent knows it. Like, I guess they can see it if it comes down early enough. It is, but even as early as what was that, turn 3? Most of our stuff that we care about is 3 mana, so we're not. If we watch us just draw a bunch of 1-drops now. I mean, obviously a Utopia Sprawl on turn 4 or 5 can still be really powerful. Maybe they have a land light hand for a change, and we can blow up their lands. Land? We still want lands. We want lands for as long as we can get lands. Alright, that's good. Field of Ruin is good. That means we're on track to next turn playing Obsidian Charmaw if they draw into a colorless source. So you see our opponent did some hate, brought in hate, got their hate, kept a hand that was based on hate, and then has been sort of punished. Give us a untapped land. And now we ended up, thankfully, hitting our land drops. Well, that's awkward. It's really awkward. Hitting our land drops and until that Force of Vigor, being able to play Magic. Now we'll Field of Ruin that. Hopefully before their draw step. It's going to be on my end step. We kind of just wanted them to play an Eldrazi, yeah, like that, and then don't do anything else. Please. So we can Obsidian Charmaw this turn. And yeah, having a land is good for us. So things are shaping up. We're keeping our opponent off their lands. They kept us off our lands. We had a very slow go at it. But there is a world in which our opponent just never gets to cast anything else because of the way our land situation is. Now they just have, yeah, so I mean, we're going to set up and pillage the forest. And then we're going to pillage the other forest, and then we're going to be left with the Trinisphere. And they scoop it up. All right, I mean that's what you envision when you build this deck to take out Eldrazi. This is match 4. This is the first time we've really got to. I mean, we've won some games, but to dominate in a way that you see how quickly how effective this strategy can be. But we've also seen the downside of it. So for CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. Catch y'all on the next one.